Well, once again, the studio is not smelling like death. Over the weekend, because it was the weather was so lovely, I opened both of the doors to get some circulation, and I had the bathroom fan going, and yeah, and I cleaned the bathroom with bleach, so the bathroom would smell real bleachy, hoping to help with everything. It did. It now just has a musty smell like it always does. I'm not sure when they built this, if it was at the end of the renovation, if they were getting a little sloppy. I'm not sure because when we moved in, of course, we had the place inspected and everything looked okay except for a few things that were in here. And one of them was, excuse me, one of the air ducts. They're on the ground. They're underneath the house. Were not connected to the actual duct. So the cold air was just blowing underneath the studio. And I think it would get really musty and moldy. In fact, like this is interesting to you at all, I had a mold issue. So it's always going to smell a little musty in here. There's just nothing I can do about that. But, it's better than the smell of death. So having the windows open and all that, I think for a couple of days, I really made a difference. And the guy that's installing the shades is coming on Monday. So it's even more time for it to smell better because last week, it was bad. Well, it had been bad. It wasn't just last week, but yeah. The downside of the shade guy coming on Monday, sorry, is I'm going out of town this weekend. Yes, I am. I'm going to Providence, Rhode Island for a bar mitzvah. We're flying miles, which is fine, right? It's no money out of your pocket, really, because you're flying miles. The downside of that is the flight on Friday morning takes off like at 6:30 in the morning. And the airport is a good 30 minutes away, 40 minutes, parking and all that. And then to be there, so early before the flight, I'm not looking forward to that at all because it's getting up slightly before the butt crack. I'm not even sure I'll sleep, to be honest, because, getting up at like 3 or so not that you care about that either. It's not really very interesting, but I'm sharing that with you. And then we get back, we have to leave early. Not as early Sunday coming back. It's a very short trip. So we'll be back here, midday, which will then give me the afternoon to come and take the vertical blinds down so that they'll be down for Monday. So this weekend's just going to suck balls, really. I'm going to be exhausted. Ugh. And someone's going to house sit for the kids because it's just too traumatic for Jack to go anywhere. So someone's coming in to stay, which is good because then they're not disrupted. Their routine, except for having a stranger in the house, is the same, which is good. Their surroundings are the same. My workouts are going very well. I'm actually working with a woman who's really kicking my ass. It's good because she's got a lot of variety, and she's really changing it up and keeping me on task. And she couldn't come last night because her dad was in the hospital, and I worked out, but I just when it's just me, sometimes I'm slacking a little bit. I used to not slack, but I become a slacker. It's sad. But with her, she really she's a taskmaster, and the scale still says the same, but my pants fit better. So I'm going with that. Yeah. If the pants fit better, I feel a whole lot better. So that's very good. And it's only been a few weeks. So I'm excited. I'm hopeful that, the summer I'll be able to, wear a swimsuit and not wear a swimsuit. I really didn't like to be seen in a swimsuit, let alone in a wet swimsuit, because things cling. It's never good. Unless you're in good shape, then that's just fine. You know, growing up, when I was really young, I wore, my mom would buy us little two-pieces in swimsuits. They weren't necessarily bikinis because, they were they covered, almost like, I guess, a tankini these days. But it was always a two-piece. And then when I got older and a little, because I was very shy and self-conscious and everything, I would buy a one-piece. Even though I was skinny as a rail and, it wasn't like I was trying to hide my weird body. It was just, I thought my body was weird. And I was really, to be honest, too skinny. But that's a whole other issue. And so, yeah, I just was always very self-conscious about my body, and I would wear one piece. And then, when I started working out all the time and I was really kind of getting some definition and tone, I'm like, yeah, I can rock a bikini. So I'd wear a bikini and I was all, hey. Not really. But I did wear the two-piece. And, yeah. And now, no. I don't, yeah. Not good. But in the backyard here, alone, I would go topless so I could suntan the girls. But I would never go in public. A, I wouldn't do that in public because I would get arrested. But B, I wouldn't wear, I wouldn't be in a swimsuit in public. I'd have a t-shirt on and, hiding the weirdness. I don't know. Anyway, it's going well. I'm eating better. I'm not really on a diet. I'm just, I'm trying to make better choices. So it's all good. And it's helping with my mood, physically feeling better and, being able to put the pants on and, they're not bulging out of the seams and stuff. That's a good feeling, don't you think? I think so. Yeah. So I will take that. And I've rambled on long enough. I really don't have anything else to say. Do I? Bye.